Welcome to the Political Matrix News. We have the sources, we have the truth from inside the political matrix.
Hey, folks, welcome back. This is Greg Fink here with the Political Matrix News, joined tonight by Jonathan Cole over here in Navarre, my partner in crime and all of our political conspiracy theories. How you doing tonight, Jonathan?
Start Lagway.
What? Oh, you want to go into Gator football, huh?
No, we'll do that on the podcast.
Yeah. Just for a full disclosure, we also have a nonprofit called Gator Redemption 84, and it's basically where we are working to revive the memory of the 9-1-1 team of 1984 that won the SEC championship that somebody stole from us, and so we were trying to get that back. But that's a whole different segment and a different podcast. But Jonathan and I are also members of that. So yes, go Gators. Anybody doesn't like it, go Gators. And so, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the debate issue here, and we're going to go ahead and finish up. I think we have one or two more issues about the debate we could talk about.
It's not even the issues. We got to paint the picture here.
The picture is very clear. I mean, Trump is old. Camilla's crazy.
No, it's Trump. Trump is old.
Camilla.
Trump has made a career, and he was on
out of being a carnival barker,
right, of grabbing every single dog whistle and urban myth that right-wing America comes up with and stating it as
look who was prepping him. Yeah, Matt Gaetz, the alleged human trafficker, prepping him for this debate. Of course, there's dog whistles. There's little whistles. There's big whistles. There's all kinds of whistles around.
Here was welfare queens and what's some
there were no welfare queens in this debate, but there were Haitians eating dogs and cats.
No.
Yes, that was what Trump said. They're coming for your cats. They're coming for your dogs. They're coming for your pets.
Exactly.
And so now the new...
Be afraid of brown people. The dog
exactly. Be afraid. Yeah. And granted, I mean, I've heard a lot of debates, and I've been on debate teams and helped prep a lot of debate teams. I never heard anybody go to that level of basically saying that migrants are coming in to eat your animals.
The time I heard that was in the 70s when we had all of the South Vietnamese refugees coming into Eglin and fanning out over the panhandle.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on, you had, Vietnamese people do like cats and dogs.
But he was attacking a group of legal immigrants in a community that are just trying to earn their citizenship.
Well, I think a lot of them were killing ducks, and they were coming. For people who don't realize it, there was a guy. There's a guy who came forward to a city council meeting back in June who was saying that people were cutting the heads off of ducks and cutting the heads off of chickens and everything. And they were eating them, and it was offensive to them.
Which was the unofficial religion of Haitian. So
right, and so but Trump got the ducks and the chickens confused with cats and dogs, and saying that he was.
But he got the wrong demographic. He's barking about
illegal wrong animals,
and he's talking about legal immigrants. Again,
the wrong animals too. He doesn't talk about.
People scare us.
Anyway, that was another bizarre night, bizarre part of the.
And then the debate. Again, Viktor Orban is a great leader.
Yes, that was a little weird. And Kamala Harris saying that basically he wants to go ahead and ban everything and take away everything from everybody.
Well, he said the same thing about her when they kept trying to turn his mic off. Oh, she's going to take your guns.
Yeah, that was a little bizarre because there's been no talk about gun confiscation by any party.
There hasn't been.
Democrats have given up on that years ago. I mean, I think they realize that this law of numbers. There's more guns than there are people.
No, she made the valid point. Her and her vice presidential nominee own guns. I own guns.
And the reality here with the gun issue is that it needs to be the mental health issue needs to be taken a look at, not the guns and everything else. I mean, I do like how he pointed out that he took a bullet to the head to fight to stand up for his rights for this country, and how basically that, and he has a good point. All the rhetoric that has been amped up about him being a demon for democracy and against democracy has created a large vacuum of rationality out there, and people are getting really hyped up and amped up in a very bad way that resulted in him taking a bullet. And I mean, they're also gonna the same guy was gonna shoot Biden as well. I mean, the guy was gonna shoot everybody. I mean, the whole idea here is that this violence is getting out of control.
I still say, well, we had another school
It
shooting.
is, and but you guys keep saying crime is dropping, and and he does have a point about the FBI numbers being fixed. And I mean, any there's lies and there's facts and there's figures and statistics. I mean, statistics can lie a lot.
The FBI.
They can always be manipulated or tailored to help whoever wants them to be tailored. You and I both know that being pollsters and being polled, everything else. We have clients ask us to tailor data all the time. We don't do it because we're one of the few honest ones out there, but there's a shitload of pollsters out there and statistical geniuses out there who manipulate data just to go ahead and put a good spin
let's talk
on
about
the people in charge. That's a fact.
that one. The other vice presidential nominee telling people
Who's that?
that school shootings are a fact of life.
Okay, I don't want to hear anything about what JD's saying because I mean,
while he's standing behind a wall of bulletproof glass.
For JD Vance to say that school shootings are a fact of life,
but I mean,
they are. But
when is someone
why he would say that so callously and so non-empathetically is beyond me.
But it's always been that way. There was a meme after that.
Guys, there are a lot of Republicans out there who are not like these guys, okay? Just to let everybody know, okay? And please, everybody who's watching this podcast, there are millions of us Republicans out there who are not like these.
But you still vote for Trump and Vance, so.
Well, over Kamala and Timmy, yeah. I mean, but Timmy needs to go find Lassie somewhere in Minnesota and figure it all out. And Camilla needs to go back to California with Willie Jr. And her husband Doug him off, and they can go ahead and keep attacking all the Jews like they continually do. To me, it's very hypocritical about her talking about Charleston and anti-Semitic stuff, everything else, and saying that Trump is anti-Semitic when she's out there empathizing with the Palestinian protesters. And she's empathizing with the Hamas and Hezbollah. And she's actually funded them. I mean, no, she's supporting Israel and she's supporting Hamas. They're hedging their bets. Okay, they gave $7 billion. No. And nobody's gonna. Okay, no. They gave $7 billion to Israel. They gave $4 billion to Hamas. Now, granted, $4 billion a little bit less
to Gaza.
No, to Hamas. Hamas is managing it because Hamas is a managing government.
There is not a check Gaza. From the United States.
Hamas is a managing government of Gaza. And, stop. Okay? No. The reality is that they're giving money to terrorists. Okay? It's not going to Gaza. Earth to Jonathan, Earth to Democrats, Gaza didn't get shit. Okay? The money went to weapons. It went to the military, it went to their bellies, it went to their recruitment. The people didn't get nothing. Okay? Ain't nobody in Gaza got nothing.
Well, that's because Israelis blow up all the supply convoys.
That's because it's always because of something else, but it's not.
We can't always just take all of one side on an issue. There's a humanity.
No, you're right. Exactly. You can't always just take on one side. You have to realize there are two sides on a lot of these issues here. But when it comes to Israel and Palestinians and everything else, we have to all be against terrorists. There is only one side on that issue. We need to be for the people in Gaza. The Palestinian people are great people, and I do not want any of them to be dead. They're caught in the middle. They're being used as human shields. As we talked with Peter Gullenbach a few weeks ago. Everything. I mean, It's tragic. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
So carpet
But
bombing
Hamas,
hospitals.
the Hezbollah, has got to go.
Well, let's ask Reagan why he didn't take care of that after the
I don't
Lebanon.
know. Reagan's dead. Okay, I don't care about any of the past people. I'm talking about right now.
We're
I mean,
here now.
tomorrow's Friday the 13th. By the time this is going to be airing, it's going to be on Friday the 13th. It's going to be a wonderful superstitious holiday. By the time this here podcast airs, which is tomorrow. And so
We allowed them to blow up the Marine barracks in Beirut and
I don't
never
care what we did.
retaliated.
I care what we do now. How we do in the future.
No,
Okay,
we pay the
we have got to
consequences
take
for
care
what
of them.
wasn't
We
done
got
in the
to cut
past.
the head off. We
We pay
cannot
the
allow.
consequences for what was done in the past.
No, and that's the biggest thing I think that Trump did bring out last night is that we are in. I mean, actually a few nights ago on the debate, is that we are in a bad shape economically in this country. We're in a
No, we're
bad shape
not.
with the border. Yes, we are. We're in a
No,
bad
we're
shape
not.
with the border and everything, and we definitely have to go ahead and stop
Well,
terrorism in its tracks. We have to stop these wars. Have to stop all this killing. And basically, the Republican Party is now the party of peace. The Democrats are the warmongers. And that's just
how else are you going
weird.
to stop terrorism if you don't fight it?
Well, you got to stop.
Negotiate with it.
I think one pretty good Moab bomb, kind of like how we stopped the caliphate, would do it. I think the mother of all bombs is another one of them.
But you said they wanted peace at all costs.
It does. It's peace at all
But
costs.
you don't get both.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. You
You get
you
one
either
liberty, bloodshed day,
drop a
and
Moab bomb
you
or you
get a
negotiate. There's no in
long time of
between.
peace. Yeah, there's no way to negotiate with these guys. There's no way to talk to
Been
these
saying
guys.
that for over 40
But now
years.
Ukraine and Russia, that's a whole different situation there. I mean,
Yeah.
we got behind Ukraine, in my opinion, to defend themselves from Russia attacking them, not to be behind Ukraine for them to be on the offensive attacking Russia. Now, hey, I got no trouble with killing Putin or taking out Russia, but
No,
maybe Ukraine should think about think ahead a little bit and see if they have the armament and the personnel and the people and the ability to go after Russia and actually complete the deal, or are they going to go in there halfway and get caught 35% in? Like, hey, we need some help. We need some help here attacking Russia. Then that's where we get dragged in to another war that
they're
we
not
didn't
getting
really need to
dragged
be
into
dragged
that.
into because they went in half cocked and half assed thinking that they could do this whole
We're not
thing.
getting dragged into that war.
Do what?
We're not getting dragged into that war.
Oh, we're going to get dragged into it. Camilla's president.
We are not sending combat troops to Ukraine. Not happen unless
I bet Camilla will.
it's a NATO member, which he's threatened to do.
Hunter Biden might become the ambassador.
Hunter's is a non-issue.
He could be the ambassador of Ukraine.
He's a non-issue. He's
not a non-issue.
For tax
It's
evasion.
not a non-issue because there are still a whole bunch of issues going on with Biden Inc. And Joe Biden's still going to be working. So is Jim and the rest of the Biden clan. They're still going to be working while Joe's taking his martinis on the beach and everything.
Let's talk about that $6 billion the Saudis paid to the Kushners.
I don't know anything about the Kushners. I'm absolutely have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I haven't done any research on it. Well, I haven't done any research on it, so I can't talk about it authoritatively. I'm not going to sit here and spit out bullshit about it because I don't care.
That's a known fact. $6 billion. $6
billion?
After they left office.
Well, it's a good business deal for them.
You can't call the Bidens a crime family when.
Yeah, I can. I mean, you have no idea what the $6 billion was for.
The Trump kids might be up to the same game.
The Trump kids have been actually doing what Trump stuff does for like the last 30 years. I mean, it's not a new thing. They're businessmen. Businessmen. They set up businesses. They're developers.
Kushner has been peddling influence. So, but that's neither here nor there.
The Democrat Party has it. You have the entire thing with Nancy Pelosi's husband and other speakers of the houses and other leaders of Congress and their other people in the Democrat Party have been peddling influence all the time. It happens all the time, man. Kennedy is
all the time on both sides.
Exactly. It's not going to stop.
On the other side does it.
It's not going to stop at all.
No, it's
that's the reality here, man. And so, I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah,
It's a mess.
it's
But
not one.
right now, what's on the agenda is just taking care of this.
But we're not going into combat in Ukraine unless Putin attacks a NATO member, which he has threatened to do. So we will, I hope, honor our treaty commitments.
Yeah, but hopefully we do not send any troops into Russia.
Not into Russia, but the Ukraine gambit. I thought it was actually smart.
It was
Uh,
smart
got
if it's
got
very
their
well
attention.
thought through. And if they
It
have the
got
resources to do it, they got the resources to go all the way down and finish the fight. That's great. If
well,
they're
you got to
expecting,
remember.
I mean, you got to
Here-
realize, I mean, the president of Ukraine used to be a stand-up comic, for God's sakes. I mean, that's his background. I mean,
yeah, and when we have a president, he used to be a reality TV show host. So
yeah, but exactly. And
uh,
well, you have that little dig there too. I mean, the
well,
whole point here is that I mean, then we have Putin who just likes to kill everything walking.
at the end of the
This is
day,
just the walking assassin.
well, because he's already destroyed the sovereignty of two other nations. He's already sitting on a piece of Ukraine he seized 20 years ago.
Exactly.
And now he went to get more. We have to make a stand somewhere, or
Yeah.
it's 1939 all over again. Munich used to be a dirty word.
And if we're going to go that direction, we just need to know that we're going that direction. We need to do it right. I mean, there's only
Yeah,
one way to take care of
I've
Russia,
said
and
before.
to cut them off now.
No, we're not doing any Curtis LeMay shit or Barry Goldwater stuff. Nah, let's
Right.
just hit them first. We'll be cavemen again, but we won. Yeah. No, but at the end of the day, the reason we won Cuban Missile Crisis and if it
The
stood the
Cold
test
War.
of time, the Russians know they don't hold a candle to our military power, especially in our nuclear arsenal. They're not going to try it. He can bluster, he can do whatever he wants, but it's not going to happen. So,
Right.
can't win. Not he can't win, but it's like there's no walking that one back. So
Right.
all he can do is bluster and continue to try to seize nations piece by piece. You got little Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania up there. He's probably got his eyes on again too, just like Stalin.
Yeah.
Maybe a piece of Finland. Problem is, Finland's a NATO member now. So
Yeah, it is. And so, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could be going on over there in the Eastern Europe, and I do not think that Camilla's ready for it. I mean, she has not been to Europe yet either. She hasn't been to the border. She hasn't been to Europe.
doesn't matter. You
She's not
can't
any
train.
of this. She's not
There
any
is
of
no
this stuff.
experience for the presidency. You take the job and you take it on.
You're right. That's one reason why Trump should be the president again.
No, because
Go
his
back to
entire
it. So you just said it.
staff and
There's no
every
experience for the presidency.
advisor
Correct.
that served under him said he's a train wreck.
That's
Do
because
not let
he fired all of them. Okay,
Yeah.
first of all the guys who get fired, how many people that get fired
they were
say, vote for that guy? I love that guy. Because he
No.
fired me, he embarrassed me, he shamed me.
They outlasted Trump.
No, a lot of them got fired.
Not all of them.
A majority of them did.
And the ones that didn't get fired are the ones saying we can't have this man back in here.
The ones that did got fired are the ones that say we can't have this man get back in here.
There's the
Scaramucci only lasted 2 days, man.
current joint
Scaramucci was only a
chiefs of
2-day
staff.
guy.
The
I
current
mean,
chiefs of
HR
staff.
McMaster lasted what, 6 months?
Mark Milley saved this country because he stayed on the phone with China, assuring them Trump wasn't about to attack them prior to January 20th.
Yes, I understand that.
That's a documented fact.
Yeah, I get that. I remember that. I know.
Any president that uses possible nuclear exchanges as a gambit to stay in power should never be allowed near that building again. I can't say that more plainly, and you can't sugarcoat it or spin it. He was a train wreck as a president. Let's
Now
just get
what?
it clear.
Okay.
All this spin, all of
It's not
this,
spin.
there is spin.
No, it is
Everything's
not spin. I mean, it is not spin. He was not a train
alienated
wreck.
world
He was an
leaders.
organized wreck.
He wants to get rid of NATO. He wants to create alliances with Russia. You know, if I'd been in, Putin wouldn't have done it because I'd have just let him take all of Ukraine. That's what he meant to say.
Oh, you think so? No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No,
He
he's not
wasn't.
going to give him all of Ukraine.
Well, he wasn't going to stop him.
Yeah, it would.
He was not going to give Ukraine aid. He's
Well,
already
yeah.
criticized it all along.
Putin was not going to take Ukraine either with Trump at the helm.
But because Trump said so, nice try.
I think Trump was a big stick.
No,
I think he's more willing to use the military than a lot of other people are in a very big way. Instead of this whole grassy, this whole way that the Democrats want to use the military, like the things over here and things over there and things over there and things over
use
there.
the military as it needs to be used, if it needs to be used at all.
Well, you need to use the military in full force to win the war and win the battle, not to just go ahead and,
What battle?
play pussy.
We're
Any
not
battle
at
you're
war.
in.
We're
What?
not at war right now.
We're not at war?
No. What war have we got? We pulled out of Afghanistan and Iraq. The war on terror disengaged, and Trump did that.
Yeah, I think we have quite a few troops all over the world right now who are
Those are
on
deterrent
standby.
forces. Those are deterrent forces, and they need to stay there.
Yeah, we have quite a few ships over there in the Persian Gulf in that area right now.
And they need to stay there.
Navy. Yeah.
They need to stay in the Straits of Formosa.
Yeah, I don't think they'd like to be understood like, oh, we're not at war, and they're on standby, they're on warning.
Yes.
Yeah, we have no idea when Iran's going to go ahead and shoot them next. No idea.
Well, if Iran wants to take on that risk, let them have at it. We should have invaded Iran in 1981 after the hostages landed in Washington.
Yeah, I agree.
And we didn't.
Yep. Well,
because that's where the fundamental Muslim jihad against America really started.
I already did, yeah, in the 1970s.
If we had invaded Iran and Russia wouldn't have stopped us,
They wouldn't have. I mean,
we're going to Afghanistan. You guys have
Brezhnev was the president of Russia then.
It doesn't matter. They were in Afghanistan, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll do our thing. You do your thing in Iran, and we'll compare notes later." But we should have removed the Ayatollah, established just kind of what we did in Iraq 20 years ago. Yep. But we did. And it's the fundamentalists and the conservative Muslims that have created Hezbollah and all of the other groups that are doing terrorist activities and spewing the hate.
Right. Well, guys, it's been a good little 20 minutes here of talking. I think we're going to go ahead and call it a late night here. And Jonathan, thanks for joining me here tonight and working with me in the late hours. We are the Political Matrix News podcast. Please remember to follow us, like us, share us, and please subscribe on Facebook and follow us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. And just hang in there, guys. It's going to be a wonderful, entertaining next 45 days here, 50 days of the election left. And let's just have some more fun. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, I'm leaving the country for 2 weeks. I don't want any part of it.
You're leaving. Yeah, we got to get the police thing going, man.
Oh, I've been saying it.
Well, yeah, I know, but we got to go and get the paperwork going on it.
I have to approach their Ministry of State. I've already studied the steps. And if we're promising jobs to people in Belize, they'll throw money at us. Of course, the
Right.
object is: are we going to do remote call center or actually do a physical
I
building
think we
down?
need to do a physical one there.
Real estate's tricky in Belize.
Okay.
So there's a Baron something. He's actually a British guy, but he was an engineer, royal engineer. He moved to Belize before World War One. That's the first stop you make on the bus tour is his tomb. But he bequeathed his entire estate, which was millions of pounds 100 years ago, for the betterment of Belize. So education is free in Belize. And if you were born in Belize, when you turn 18, you are entitled to a piece of property, which nobody ever gives up. So real estate's kind of at a premium down there.
That's
They are
cool.
very big on taking care of their own. So again, if their minimum wage is $3 and something, and we're going to pay people $10 an hour to answer phones, we'll be heroes.
Right.
I wish I had got contact info from my tour guide. I think he was a pretty sharp guy. I think he would have helped us out. Not to mention a Belizean dollar is 50 cents on the dollar.
A 50 cent on the dollar.
Huh?
Yeah, 50 cent on the dollar.
Yep. So yeah, that $3 and something minimum wage actually $1.75.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll pay you $10 an hour to answer the phone. And you actually speak English.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna be doing I gotta get to bed here. We got a 6 o'clock a.m. video shoot of our client doing a pothole over by a sorority.
We need a camera crew next Friday.
Where?
Told you. We're interviewing Galen Hall. We might. That one we need to do together
Okay, Friday where?
at his house in Groveland, which is only an hour and a half south of Gainesville.
Yeah, I got a big thing on next Friday, the 22nd.
What?
Okay, next Friday is what, the 20th, right?
I guess.
Yeah, thing on that night. I got an African American Alumni Association meeting during the day, a debate.
Right.
Yeah, our client Jen Garrett in a debate at the African American Alumni Association. I got a Republican fundraiser that night.
Well, send the camera crew and me.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one asking the questions anyway, so I don't need to be there.
What I mean, we got to start.
Yeah, all right.
We got to start the
Where are you gonna be here on Friday?
documentary.
All right, good. Where are you gonna be here on Friday? Are you gonna stop at Gainesville on the way there, or?
I can.
Yeah, you just tell him to just pick up Grizzly on the way there.
Do you know what he's doing?
He's very good at video stuff.
Have a tripod.
Yeah, he has all that stuff. Yeah.
He has lighting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Probably schedule it for around 10 o'clock Friday morning if it works for him.
You actually hear smoking. I can do 10 o'clock Friday morning.
Huh?
I can do 10 o'clock in the morning. That's easy.
Well, you got to be. We're an hour and a half south of Gainesville, so in Groveland.
So we gotta leave here at 9 then.
Yeah.
Just come by here and we'll all go together. We'll go in your truck.
Then I gotta go do other interviews, but they don't have to be. See, I'm triaging who's going to be in the book and who's going to be in the documentary, which is more important.
And does he have a big house or?
I don't know. I would imagine it's decent size.
We're gonna have enough room for the lights and everything. So
I'm sure he's got a study or a den or something. Living room.
I don't think he's a broke guy, is he?
No, he's not. He's living on a golf course. That's what he said. I can't do anything Tuesday morning. I play golf every Tuesday.
Wow. Hey, Brisley. Actually, our videographer is serious. Outside smoking cigars. On our back porch. Brisley, come here. Hey, this is Jonathan. You met Brisley before, right? Know where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our video guy here in Gainesville.
Okay.
So we're gonna go shoot Galen Hall in the Groves next Friday. Are you gonna be in town?
Where at?
It's in the Villages. Hour and a half south of here.
Okay.
I mean, I drive an hour. The way Jonathan drives 2 hours.
And
But we're gonna need
We're
lights and camera and
it's
all
on the
that stuff.
outside?
Inside.
Inside.
It's a very big house.
It's a house.
Yeah.
So, want to be feeding like an interview or something? Or?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're interviewing them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be the first part of the documentary stuff.
Okay.
So we gotta get him before he dies. He's in his 90s.
Actually, but no, he's 84, but his mind's pretty sharp.
According to the voter rolls, he's 88.
He's actually 84, but
He lied out. He might be a fake voter.
he's very because I know he's only a year or two older than my parents, so
He's 84.
Right. But he sounds just like he did 40 years ago.
Well, he sounded old 40 years ago.
Well, he sounds like that now.
He's our head coach from 85 to 89.
Oh, really?
He's the one that got Emmitt Smith here, and
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I've been reading step by step.
We'll be here at 9 o'clock next Friday.
Hmm?
We're gonna leave here at 9 o'clock next Friday, so
9 o'clock?
in the morning, yeah.
Oh, in the morning.
Although it's the redacted copy of the official letter to Florida with all the infractions.
Yeah.
You know what 60% of those infractions were? A coach let a player borrow his car.
That's crazy.
Literally. A booster bought two prospects lunch at McDonald's. That kind of stuff.
McDonald's?
Yeah. So
No, that's highfalutin food back then.
no, it wasn't. I'd have been insulted.
That's crazy.
It's highfalutin.
Welcome to the Political Matrix News. We have the sources, we have the truth from inside the political matrix.